Hello, this is John from caveofprogramming.com, and in the last tutorial I showed you how to use a SQL query tag. So we've got something that looks like this. Let's run this on the server. We've got a bunch of image names here, and in this tutorial I'm just going to make those images actually work, and I'm going to use that as a good place to show you the C:set tag, which allows you to set variable values on JSTL pages. So let's get rid of some of these unnecessary browsers. Okay, so now if I want to output an image here, so I've already got an image name there that I've formed from two EL variables here, these two, and to change that into an image is pretty simple. So in HTML, the image tag, let's copy these paragraph tags. The image tag looks like this. It's image, img, and you need to specify at the minimum the source for the image, and the source for the image is the URL of the image, which can be literally a URL on the internet somewhere. In fact, it is always a URL, but in this case it's going to be just a URL on our own website. So rather than start it with the whole domain name, we can just start it with the context root. So I'm going to set this to context root, which will be $, and I need my parentheses here, and I'll use again page context dot request dot context path, and that gives us the first bit after the URL. And then I'm going to say /pics, is that right? Because I put my images here in a folder called pics under web content, and then following that I need the name of the image, and that's just going to be this bit here. So let's just cut that with Ctrl+X and paste it in there, and I'll get rid of these paragraph tags that I don't need now. So if I've got this right, this should output the images one after the other, 10 of them here on my page. So this looks good to me. Let's try it, and I'll make sure everything's saved and click on my project root and click run on server, and here we've got a bunch of images. They're actually getting cut in two here by the footer, but that's a style sheet issue, not related to Java stuff, so I'll fix that after this tutorial separately. Here's a bunch of images. Now one kind of really Java specific thing that I want to show you in this tutorial is the C:set tag, which you can use to set variables on your page, and the variables can take the values of the results of expression language expressions. So here I've got like an image name, and I could use it directly in a page like that, and that's no problem. But what I could also do is I could say C:set, and I can give this a scope. So let's give it a scope, and I just want to use this here on the page. So I'll say scope is page, and I'm going to give it a var, which will be the name that I use to refer to this variable subsequently, and let's call this, let's say this is image name or something like that. That'll do. And then I need to specify some kind of expression language value. So I'll say value equals, and that could be hard coded, but the beauty of this is it can also be some kind of expression language thing. It could be, for example, I could take this bit here, and if I paste this in here, so now I'm going to set the image name to the results of this expression in expression language. And in fact, I could just put the whole thing in there, really. Do I want to do that? No, maybe I don't. So just as a simple demo, I'm going to set a variable called image name to this value here, which we've just seen is basically the name of the image and the extension. So now let's use that here. I'll use that in my image source, and I need to use expression language. So I need to say dollar and curly parentheses like this, and in there I can use image name, which I set the name of it here, and that's going to be evaluated to whatever this works out at. And notice there's no, as far as I know, there's no real string concatenation operator in expression language or in JSTL. If you want to concatenate strings, you just put multiple expression language kind of sections next to each other, just like this. So expression language strings, I guess I should say, and I'm just putting a dot in the middle, and that's not concatenating these. This is the dot after the file name and before the extension there. So I think that should work. There's a little red line there, but I think it's a red herring. I think everything's closed off correctly. And if I run that, hopefully we're going to see once again, oh, I've got a little problem here of some sort, and I think I've missed off a quote symbol. It says line 14 there. So let's just go back to home.jsp, and if I move the cursor around, I can see in Eclipse at the bottom, if you can see this, the position of the cursor in terms of lines. And in fact what I've done is I've just missed off a double quote here, so let's put that in. So the attributes all need the form attribute name equals and double quotes. And often in HTML, especially older HTML, you see the value is unquoted if it's a number, for example. But that's not really considered good practice anymore, because these days HTML is, we're trying to make it conform to a more kind of XML type syntax. So let's just save that and run it again, and this time, with a bit of luck, we have our images. So that's it for this tutorial, and until next time, happy coding.